I'm live. Yay me. Yay, my mom's watching. Somebody else is watching. Two's better than none. What? YouTube, why would you tell me I'm live and then not let me see me live? That don't make any sense. Hey, wanna. Yes, YouTube notification. I know that I am live. Hey, I'm trying to get stuff straightened out. Fun times. All right, looks like we're live. We're live and nationwide. Give myself a thumbs up. Hey. I know one person here. I don't know who the other person is. Cut my hair today. Don't be afraid. We talk about pretty much anything. There's a few things YouTube don't want us to talk about, but we're here to talk music. I do 4 live reactions throughout the live stream. But let me know who you are. Where are you from? What's on your mind? No? Okay. You want to watch me drink coffee? I can do that. I'm good at that. That's good stuff. Nobody's going to talk to me. Oh, I don't do magic tricks. Don't do sleight of hand. Just talk. I can give you my opinion on pretty much anything you want to know. Brutally honest. So if you can't handle an honest opinion, don't ask. Sometimes I upset people because I'm brutally honest. Some people want to be lied to, and I don't do that. So, not intrigued to say anything? Okay. It's kind of like, what was that, Periscope? Where people just sit and watch you? That's cool too, except I can't really do anything because I have to talk. I know, right? And it sure does fit me pretty good, Mom. Thanks. Started off with an ad. Well, that's good for me, but not really good for the stream. People tend to get pissed off when they watch a commercial right off the bat. But that's how I gets paid. Hey, new person just showed up. How you doing today? Any of you can answer. How you doing? What state you from? What the weather's like? Ask questions. Ask my opinion. That's good. People are showing up. Unfortunately, I know most of you are probably seeing a commercial right off the bat, like that person that just left probably did. So I'll keep drinking my coffee while y'all watch. Y'all can help me make adjustments to my microphone. Kind of. And give me your opinion if you can hear me. If I sound normal. No? Okay. Last week I had a limiter on so it would cut my voice off. Make me sound kind of choppy. No one wants to talk today? Just want to listen? Keep it up. I might have to start singing. You don't want that. Well, it depends on what song I sing. Some people like some of the songs I sing. I can sing a silly song. I ran somebody off already. Good. I honestly think when people just sit here and watch and then leave, they're expecting me to do some magic or some stupid shit. That's weird. Nobody's got nothing to say? Hmm. You can pretty much say whatever you want or ask whatever you want. It's always nice to be on camera and realize you got your hair, you cut your hair kind of lopsided. Hmm. Too late. That side looks okay. This side's a little off. Oh well. It's not like I give a shit at my age. I'm not going to pay somebody to cut my hair. Wow, nobody's going to talk? That makes this take so long, makes it so boring. Want to know about my tattoos? No? About my shirt? About my glasses? About my coffee cup? Don't be afraid. Ask questions. Or say something. Hmm. Very peculiar. It's got to be the coffee cup. 2 people stayed for that. What kind of music you like? Really? Ran somebody else off. Good. Don't need no candy asses. Ain't going to participate here. We'll just wait for my regulars to show up. They'll talk. I could take a nap while I wait for them. But then again, I'd probably sleep right through the whole thing and miss it. Very weird. 7 minutes in, and nobody's talking to me. Nobody but me. Way back in the day, I used to have to make lists. I have not used this in 4 years, I think. This was a list of movies that people love that I hate. Lord of the Rings, Titanic. Oh, no, overrated. I'm sorry, overrated. Not that I hate. I hate Napoleon Dynamite, and I hate Tenacious D, and I hate Medea. Never been a Lord of the Rings fan. And Titanic was overrated. It was an okay movie, but it wasn't like super fantastic. Not to me. Oh, must have been a fan. I ran everybody off now. Good. Ad number 2. Holy crap. No wonder people are leaving. They keep getting bombarded with commercials. They're not supposed to, the commercials are supposed to be well balanced. Like one every 13 minutes, not one every 7 minutes. So they've doubled up, and I don't have the people here for that kind of commercials. I did just have 3 people show up. Hey, don't be afraid. Don't leave like the other people did. Talk. Say something. Pop Jake, I'll be damned. What's up, buddy? Been a long time. How are you doing? Before you ask, I am fantastic. Outstanding. The only way I could be any better is if I woke up handsome and rich. And I don't think I have to worry about either one of those. So I'm as good as I'm going to be. I don't know why I keep running people off. Nobody likes to talk these days. See, if the majority of my audience was female, I'd be better off. People showing up, people not talking. The lag's not that bad. I have a monitor right there watching. I think it's the commercials. I don't know why YouTube's doing that to me. You're not supposed to be hit with a commercial as soon as you log in or click on it. Did you already leave, Jake? You just dropped in and say hey? I'm good with that. At least you dropped in. Still waiting on my regulars to show up. Yeah, I'm going back to this style of glasses. You can barely tell I have them on. Oh, dude. That is good that you didn't get seriously hurt, but that sucks about your car, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Man. I hope somebody's insurance takes care of that for you. But most importantly, you're okay, and I'm happy about that. Man, we ain't talked in a long time. Hope your sister's doing okay too. Hope life's treating her well as well. Oh, sad face on that one. Sorry to hear that. Appreciate you talking. I guess the other people just want to watch us talk. That's okay. I was talking to myself before you got here. I really wish YouTube wouldn't show a commercial as soon as people click on it. That kind of kills it. Not everybody's going to sit through a commercial. Prime people shouldn't have to watch, or plus, whatever we're called. Had a good day at work. Good workout. Cut my hair. Got a shower. All in time to do this. Huh. I guess those two people didn't give a shit about my shower. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. That sucks, dude. Sorry to hear that. Oh, you'll probably be interested. I'm doing a Peep reaction tomorrow. Been a whole minute since I reacted to Peep. Yeah, I'm doing Peep just in case, The Architect's Black Hole, Bill Evans' Peace, and The Weekend Open Hearts, and Namafala Progress. I know you don't care about The Rock, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I plan on shooting 5 reactions tomorrow. Friday's become my new day because Tuesday interferes with my workout. It just adds too much pressure for me to get done. So I don't work out on Fridays. I might turn over for the halftime show, but I am not watching the Super Bowl. I already know who's going to win. Why watch? They just make me mad. So I might click over and watch the halftime show. Yeah. I'm so sick of hearing about the Kansas City Chiefs. They're not that good. And when you watch all the bad calls in their favor, and since that rumors got out that Kelsey's going to propose to Tay, you know they're going to win. So it'll be a big fairy tale. Oh, they won the Super Bowl, and then he proposed to her in the end zone. And oh my God. Wow. Yeah. I'm one of those people that definitely believes the NFL is rigged. Kind of like wrestling on WWE. That wrestling ain't real. I think NFL is going to start standing for not for real league. Well, Jake, you would like to think that, but when I see how many dumbasses run red lights, and I don't mean where they barely make the light, we we have people here all the time. That light will be red long before they get to it, and they'll blow through it anyways. We got this whole generation of people that learn to drive from playing GTA, and now they apply that to real life driving. I'm not saying that's what you did. I'm just saying these days, red light doesn't guarantee safety. I always look and duck 2 times before I take off to make sure there's no cars coming. I've seen too many people blow red lights and stop signs for that matter. And then they look at you like you're the dumbass that they ran a stop sign or a red light. So I give plenty of one finger peace signs. Well, sometimes I sorry, I had to check something. Uh yeah, I'm I don't know, dude. Accidents happen. I used to always blame it on whoever being a dumbass, but that's not always the case. I do see some dumbass accidents, but ugh. I guess those other people are enjoying our conversation. They're staying. Sorry in advance for those of you that haven't seen a commercial right off the bat. I do not know why YouTube is doing that. They're only supposed to show a commercial every 13 minutes, once every 13 minutes. Oh, that ran 2 of them off. I guarantee they were seeing commercials. Oh, more. Bye. Don't let the keyboard hit you where the good Lord split you. I'm so funny and witty. It's going to look weird when I take my green screen down. I'm taking the green screen down soon. I've been saying that for a year now, but I am going to take it down. Outside. So if y'all lose me, if you lose me, that's why. Hey, what's up, man? Uh, they're actually replacing the power line, but our internet's connected to that power line. Well, they're replacing the pole. So if I get lost, that's why. I haven't even gotten a chance to do a reaction yet. Oh shit! You almost saw that I'm wearing my jammies. I decided I wasn't putting on pants when I got out of the shower. I just put on my pajamas. Uh, yeah, I heard about it, but I don't have an opinion about it. I think the last trade I had any opinion about, and it shocked a lot of people, was I don't even remember. It happens, dude. I mean, and I'm not a big NBA fan, as I said before. I like playing basketball, but I don't like watching it. Wait, I don't like watching it on TV. I actually don't mind watching games live. I have to make that correction. I don't watch it on TV unless I'm at someone's house and they're watching it, and then I'm just kind of looking at the TV. I'm not actually watching the game. But I do like to watch it in person for some reason. I don't know what difference that makes, but I was trying to think of the last trade that I actually had opinion about, and I can't do it. They have to give an excuse for dumping someone or trading somebody. They have to say something other than, "Oh, he was too good." That's not a legitimate reason. They always look for someone to blame. Cowboy fans did it for years, blaming Romo that they suck because the Cowboys suck. It wasn't Romo's fault. I did have a friend here that was talking, but people keep leaving. I think it's because they drop in and they get a commercial right off the bat and they leave. But ain't a whole lot of people talking. There's Jake. I did find out this week that I owe a psychiatrist an apology because it turns out he was right in his diagnosis and I was wrong. Vid. Jake is not way older than you. I believe he's a little older than you, but not a lot. See, I don't. A lot of people think I don't like young people being here. I don't mind young people being here as long as they're mature enough to handle conversations. Y'all do fine. Um, I've had some pretty young people here that have done really well. See, he told you he was older, but not a lot older. Um, yeah, there's very few young people I get along well with. I can pretty much get along well with anybody, but I've always gotten along better with older people because I've always been more mature than almost everybody I knew. See? Ha, ha, ha. Do I know my viewers or what? I mean, I've known Jake for a long time, so. Well, almost as long as I've been doing this, I believe. Jake was actually part of my I can't remember what the hell that thing's called now. I was, I think, like 51 or 52. Patreon, that was it. Thanks, Jake. Let's see, I'll be 58 next month. I think I've been doing this for 6 years now. That first year was rough. Nobody gave two shits about what I was talking about. We still got a month. My birthday is March 11th. March 11th is my birthday. March 12th is my anniversary since I quit smoking cigarettes. I'm not yelling at you, shit. March 12th, my anniversary since I quit smoking cigarettes. March 22nd is my granddaughter's birthday. It's weird. My microphone picks up me tapping my fingers, but sometimes it doesn't pick up me talking very well. So I got this new computer. I have to work out some kinks. It processes much better, so it seems that my microphone's a lot louder. Oh, it's okay. I didn't know, maybe you didn't want to say. But I'm glad she's doing well. I totally understand, dude. Ugh. I guess other people are just going to watch us talk. Nobody knows it but me. I just finished my coffee. I always make it right before I do my live stream. There's in the day when I'd fall asleep. Start nodding off. People get upset. I've fallen asleep shooting a reaction before and released the reaction anyways. How long have I been drinking coffee? Since I was a kid. Like 11 or 12, maybe. So for a long time. I drink Maxwell House. It's good to the last drop. I drank Maxwell House with one packet of Sweet and Low, or I think that's the one it is, whatever's in the pink packet, and a little bit of salt. The salt takes the bitterness out because I can't put creamer in it. I've always drank my coffee with creamer in it, but I can't do that no more. So I wonder how many of those people will drop in here and go, he's not doing reactions, not realizing that you got to ask. Yeah, I'm glad I shaved. Yeah, it makes it taste way it takes the bitterness out of it. So you put a little salt in the coffee to take the bitterness out. I'm working on getting rid of this artificial sweetener. So if I can just get away with putting a little bit of salt in it. But yeah, a little pinch of salt, you gotta adjust it for your personal taste. If you put too much, it just tastes salty. If you put just the right amount, it tastes amazing. That's how it takes the bitterness out, however it does it. Everybody's always surprised, especially at work when they see me making coffee and I put a little bit of salt in it. They're like, "What the hell?" I'm constantly tweaking my diet, trying to be healthier, easier. Oh. Oh. Shit, that makes me look bald. Huh, I don't like that look. Oh, shit. Wow. I would not be a good bald dude for sure. Holy shit. Wow. How have I not noticed that before? I knew I wouldn't look good bald. I mean, it's not horrible. Start wearing caps all the time. Oh man, made my hair stand up. I start wearing baseball caps all the time. I guess I gotta give credit to the other two people are just watching all the three of us talk. My mom has no choice but to watch. Yeah, I tried to. Oh, my camera's messing up now too. Damn it! Well, it doesn't look blurry there. It looks blurry here. Um, what the hell? That's weird. I don't look blurry on the monitor, but I look blurry here. I tried to grow my hair back out. I kept my hair long forever. I tried to grow it out for one last time, and when it got to about here, maybe a little farther, it started driving me crazy. I couldn't take it. I've messed up and cut it all this before. This is number 2, it's not number 1. I don't care. I've screwed it up so many times over the years. One time I just put the wrong guard on and I was so committed to what I was doing, I just went, "Meow." That's the time I had to cut it all down to make it even. Screwed it up pretty good. I've done a few mohawks, not intentional. Huh. I guess I have to look on eBay tonight. I really have to get a better camera. This camera is not good. Even though over there I look okay. I wonder why it screws up here, but not there. The delay's not too bad. For those of you that are just watching or just showed up, if this suddenly goes dead, it's because they're working on the lines outside. See, I don't have curly, wavy hair. I've always had thin, straight, shitty hair. My brother got the good hair. I've always had thin, just nasty ass hair. Super thin. I used to have to get perms to make it look like I had hair, to give it some body. What if this camera's gonna die? I look really good on that I don't mean really good. Like, hey, not that, but it looks clearer on that monitor. Looks really blurry here. And yes, it bothers me that much. That's why I keep talking about it. You other people, feel free to talk. You see, we'll talk about pretty much anything. You can ask me anything you want. Nobody's asked for a reaction. That's weird. They're still showing up. Sorry if you had to watch a commercial right off the bat. YouTube, I don't know why YouTube's doing that. They're not supposed to be doing that. Yes, my mom is watching right now. She just can't comment. She watches on her TV and she can't comment on her TV. So she's sitting in her chair watching. She'll probably message me in a minute and tell me to tell you hi. That's usually how she communicates, is she'll send me a text message. Hell yeah. Is that how y'all spell it for real? Because you know that's not how we spell it here, right? And I'm talking about your country, not a turkey. Huh. No, I'm not talking about with the upsilon. I'm talking about the ending of it. We don't use IYE. Here we actually use EY. Huh. But I'm glad you told me all of that, because now I will know to spell it correctly. And then when people tell me I'm wrong, then I can correct them. That's like when I pronounce. I actually, so I don't have to argue about it. When I correctly pronounce the word humble, and people act like they don't know what I'm talking about, they don't know that the H is silent. See, I didn't know that. You taught me something. I like that. Thank you. I did not know that. Huh. That's kind of messed up, the rest of the world doing that. I'm not really surprised about America, but I would like to. I want to see the world. It's weird. I used to have a bunch of Russians that would come to my live stream, and I said something about wanting to see Russia sometime. All of them said no, don't do it. I'm sure glad you're talking, dude. Ain't nobody else talking. Mike, oh my God, what's up, buddy? Uh, living. My mom said hi. Good to see you, Mike. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, that's cool, man. Mike, I am doing fantastic. I'm health wise. I feel like I'm late teens, early 20s again. I'm probably in better shape now than I was then, but I feel fantastic. Mike is in Germany. So I got someone from Turkey, someone from Germany. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I got fat fingers too. They're not good for texting, that's for sure. That's cool. Your brother's a doctor in Germany? That's dope, man. I love Germany. That's the number one place I plan on coming to visit. And my granddaughter was excited. She wants to go too. So yeah, I do that when I'm driving. I started writing a song this week, and when I go to work in the mornings, it's dark, so extra cautious. So I use the voice dictation to write songs or to put down song lyrics, and a lot of times it writes the wrong stuff. Yeah, I've definitely found out that doing the lifting is definitely. I'm not trying to bulk up, but I'm toning up, and it definitely helps overall health wise. Mike, if we make it back over there, we'll definitely see you since you're close to Frankfurt. I'm sure we'll fly into Frankfurt, but I definitely have to go to Bamberg because I got lots of friends still in Bamberg. Well, in that general area. But since we'd fly into Frankfurt, it would definitely have to see you, man. Gary, what is up, buddy? That is exactly. I was going to say that, Gary. When I was going to say my fat fingers are good for things other than texting. That is correct. So they say great minds think alike. I think dirty minds think alike too. Oh, absolutely, man. Mike, you will be the first person I tell. I'll tell you, and then I'll tell Gerald. But you will be the first two people. Hell yeah, man. And my granddaughter will be crazy excited. Uh, yeah. Before I met my wife, I was going to move back to Germany when I was getting ready to divorce my second wife. I have an uncle who retired in Germany, and I got in touch with him because I was planning on moving back to Germany, but it was right when the wall came down. And he said, I'm not telling you not to come back, but I'm warning you, it is not the country you left. But I still want to come back. I still want to visit. I love Germany. That's the absolute best time of my childhood was the 3 years that I lived there. Yes, he is still somewhere close to Bamberg. I think he lives just outside of Bamberg, but I know he goes fishing in Bamberg all the time. When they close down the post, I don't know what he does now. I'm not sure what he's doing now, but I know when they closed down Bamberg, the post, Warner Barracks, and turned it back over to the Nationals, that he had to go. I think he's working at is he working at a car place? I can't remember. We don't communicate as much as we used to, but um, we still interact from time to time. But yeah, I mean, the memories that I made in the time that I lived there just will never be replaced. I even go on Google Maps or Google Earth. It's actually on my phone right now. Before we got on post housing, we lived in a town called Troisdorf, and I actually pulled up the place where we lived, but I don't think it's barracks anymore. I think it's been turned back over to Nationals. Um, I have a lot of friends that go back regularly visiting, and they've never said anything negative. So I'm guessing it's still okay to go visit. I mean, it's just kind of sad to think that it's not the country it was, but what country really is at this point. But it's such a beautiful place, and the people are always super friendly to me. There you go. Even when I think what was really cool was when I first learned to speak German and I had a Southern draw. the Germans were still so polite to me, but they were kind of just, you're not German, are you? That's why I talk fast to cover up my Southern drawl. It's not as bad as it was when I was younger. And when I speak German, I don't think I speak it with a Southern drawl anymore. I have to make a conscious decision not to do that. But like when I first started learning, like to say, "How are you today?" I say, "Wie geht es dir heute?" Yeah, um, I know more Spanish now than I knew. Like when I first started working at Walmart, there's a rumor that I speak Spanish, but I tell everybody I don't. I don't. I speak a little Spanish. Mike is a good guy, man. All of my friends that I've made, and I'm still friends with a lot of people that I went to school with in Germany. um, so me speaking with a Southern drawl was funny, and once I finally got past that, I actually spoke German well enough that one day in German class, the teacher's name was Miss Meisetz. I was the last person speaking. When you're last person speaking, you had to say goodbye to the class. But instead of saying Avita saying, I said Avita Schnitzel. And she got mad and asked me, what would my mother think? I was like, my mother wouldn't know. My mother doesn't speak German. I learned this. So that kind of tripped her out that my German was that well. Um, Actually, living as far as sentence structure and masculine and feminine, German and Spanish actually are fairly similar in that aspect because there is masculine and sentence, masculine and feminine. That's always been the hardest part for me. And sentence structure, the Germans were always super polite because they knew I wasn't German, but I was speaking their language, so they were always super polite and very forgiving. I very rarely had any. The only people I had. Oh shit! You might not like this, living. The only people I had problems with in Germany were the Turks. I got in a huge argument in an ice cream store. The easiest thing to order is ice cream, and he kept acting like he couldn't understand me. And then he asked me if I spoke English, and I said yes. And he said, "Well, I don't understand your German. I can't say the word that I said, but it rhymes with trucking." I said, "My German is better than yours." And I told him where he could put his ice cream. I didn't buy from him. Boy, that pissed me off. When you don't speak German as well as I do, and you're telling me you don't understand, well, that's because you don't speak good German. Maybe that's it. And then, oh, I feel that exact same way, dude. That's what I was just telling him, Mom. That's kind of funny. I didn't see your message until just now. But I just told that story. My mom wanted me to tell you that story. Living, I feel that exact same way. And once we got to Germany, my dad only taught us how to say "nix verstehen," don't understand, and "come and see bitte mit the Hose in the Hand," which means come here with your pants in your hands. And we knew not to run around saying that. uh, yeah, I think he really was because he sure pissed me off. Good God, I was mad. I do speak some Japanese too. That is correct. Um, and the only reason I stopped doing the Japanese because I was really learning it and I really wanted to do a full reaction in Japanese. It What makes Japanese really tough living is most Japanese people are too polite to correct you. So they'll let you say stuff wrong. I have more issues with Americans talking shit about my Japanese. But I used to do all my introductions in Japanese and English because at the time the majority of my viewing audience was Japanese. So I started learning Japanese. Uh, let's see. Konnichiwa. Yokoso 6 days. Watashi wa Bob Six. That means welcome. Welcome to 6 days. I am Bob Six. But YouTube told me my intros were too long. I needed to narrow them down. So that's why we're where we're at. I was like, well, they're going to send me a message to tell me stop doing that. But I still remember what I needed to say. That is true too. Well, German has a lot of different dialects too. When I first started learning German to get around really well, we lived in a small farming community called Rootlois, which is near Bamberg. And then when we moved to Troisdorf, the dialect was slightly different. And I was like, what the hell? We didn't move that far away. But the better my German got, the better people were to me. They were super kind to me. So I absolutely love that. But I agree with living. If you're going to be living in another country, you need to learn their language, regardless of what it is or how hard it is. I felt kind of stupid when we went to Austria. I didn't know we went on a tour. I didn't know they spoke German. So when I walked into a record store and the lady greeted me in German, instead of calmly collecting myself and responding, well, I did respond in German, but I was confused and I asked her, "You speak German?" And then she asked me, "What did you think we spoke?" And I had to explain, I had no idea. So I felt kind of stupid. I made a horrible mistake when we came back from Germany. I took German in American school to try to get an easy A, but what a garbage class. It was horrible. Me and the teacher were the only two that spoke German. Everybody else was just so he would take attendance and then we'd spend all class with him giving us commands. Stay auf, stand up, geh auf the Tor, go to the door, mach the Tor auf, open the door, geh auf the corridor, go in the hallway, grinsen, smile. That just sucked. You know, you need to know what's the Bahnhof, the Busstelle, the Gasthaus, ein Bier bitte. Yeah. I've actually done a joke about that. I actually posted on TikTok, Facebook. I had people getting mad going, "That's not how it works." I was like, "Settle down. It's a joke." Yeah. Yes. Zwei Bier. That's just for starters, though. That's something else. I've bought supposedly real German beer here imported from Germany. It does not taste the same. I love German beer. I do not love the German beer that they're selling here in the States. Actually, that is true, living. A lot of people have gotten to the point where they can't take jokes, and that makes a big issue. I've actually found that a lot of stuff that they sell here, even though the ingredients are imported from Germany, because we have a German bakery near here, it's not what we got in Germany. I have never found a Brötchen in the United States that tastes anywhere close to German Brötchen. The regular bread, the loaf bread is close, but still not quite the same. But Brötchen is just so amazing. And I think, even though I'm a vegetarian, I think I would definitely have to hit a bratwurst stand. We make it back to Germany. That is one of my all-time favorites. German bratwurst with German mustard. Oh, amazing. Uh, Mike, I don't know if you remember, or I don't know if you know the place. About 2 blocks from Post, actually about 2 blocks from the Top Pop Shop, which is about 2 blocks from Post, there was a guest house called the Napoleon. I left Germany in March of 1983. We got there in April of 1980, and we left in March of 1983. Oh, really? Oh, then that will work out perfect. I eat plant-based meat here, and it's fantastic. Holy shit. Uh, it's a long story. I have not, but I am planning a trip. My granddaughter's excited. Hopefully, my wife will come with us because I want her. I still love, and for me to not be there in that long, I still remember how to speak German well enough. I guarantee you I will get around. It's not as good as it was while I lived there, but I don't get to speak it every day. The one person I talked to, and I don't talk to him anymore. I used to talk to my brother, and we would speak some German, English mix. His German's not as good as mine, but uh, but that's how much I love being there that I have not let go of the language that I want to go back. What was I gonna say? Oh, the Napoleon. The first time I went in there, I sat at a booth because the bar was full. There was no open seats, and uh, when I would get Bacardi and Coke, they come in a glass that's about that big around and about that tall. And because the way I drink or used to drink, I would order them 8 at a time. So when the waitress brought me the 8, well, thank you. um, she asked me if I was expecting more people, and I said, no, this is just so you won't have to keep going back and forth. These are all 8 for me. I will order them at 8 at a time every time I order. So she brought me the 8, talked to me while I drank them. I ordered another 8. She told the owner who was tending bar, he made someone move and let me sit there. I was the only American that they let run a tab because they knew every Saturday I would come in and pay them. But I respected the Germans. Um, that varies, Gary. You can get huge ones. I've got shitloads. Oh, I don't actually have any in here. I've got some in my bedroom. I've got some in our den. Um, and that's another cool thing about Germany. I don't know if they still do it, but they did it while we were there. They would just have fest. Throw up a tent. Sometimes there'd be live bands there. Everybody shows up and drinks. It's a good time. Uh, and most of the little towns used to have they were cheap beer mugs, but with their town's name on it. That's how we got a shitload. You're supposed to buy them, but I learned really quick that you can just be friendly and walk out with one. I did it all the time, at least back then. But I've got lots of shit from those things. There is that is correct. There is always a reason to have beer, especially good German beer. Um, I think the ones that I had that are the engravings on them are probably like a maker's mark. They have designs, but it's a printed design. You could like a decal, not exactly like a decal, but what was I gonna say? German. Oh, the only time I felt that I disrespected a German was I was dating a girl when I lived in Troisdorf, and her father hated me. He was around during the war. He hated all Americans. It wasn't just me. But every time he walked by me, he'd go, "Blood army, crazy American." Uh, and she asked me one night, "Why don't you say something to him so he'll stop doing that?" I was like, "It's your father, the war, all that. I get it." And she said, "No, you need to say something." So one night I was coming home. I was a little drunk. He was out walking their dog. And he went, "Blood army." So I went, "Blood Deutschmann." And he stopped and looked at me, kind of nodded his head. Never had another problem. Every time he saw me after that, he gave me a proper greeting. But so I always found out, I realized pretty quick when Americans say that they hated Germany and it sucked, it's because they stayed on base or they treated the Germans like shit. They didn't go out and get in the community. It was great, fantastic people. I love Germany. Ah. um, I think I can say this. Michael know what it means. I might have to use a hand signal so that y'all will understand. Speaking of my German class, Mr. Savoy, he hated me. Um, one day my friend asked him why we couldn't give him commands, not thinking about me, but knowing that Stacy didn't speak German. He said, "You learn a command, you give it to me properly, and I'll do it." Mission accepted. I spent the rest of the day. Oh no, no, the Germans didn't care about Robert Plant. At least none of the ones I knew. Uh, that only ruins trips here in America. What? You don't like Robert Plant? Um, oh no, what are you doing, computer? Okay. Um, so I spent the rest of that day teaching Stacy how to say it, and the rest of the next day up to German class. So we get in. He said, "Mr. Savoy, I learned a phrase or command. He said, okay, after I take roll, do it. So he takes roll, sets his pen down, and says, give the command and I'll do it. And Stacy said, geh auf the corridor, looked at me and looked back and said, un Vixen? I literally fell out of my desk. His mouth fell open. Stacy goes, what did I say? So you just told him to go out in the hall and pound one out. So Mr. Savoy said, do not ever repeat anything he tells you to say. But the look on his face, because Stacy was so committed. I just told him Mr. Savoy would think it was funny, which he did not. The rest of the class did, though. He did threaten to run over me with his car one time. He told me I better hope he never passes me on his way home from school or on my way home from school. I get it. All right. Now what you want to talk about? I'm sure you're getting tired of my stories about Germany. I'm not. I love Germany. I actually have a Bamberg class reunion t-shirt. I do too, man. Like I said, I'm still friends with so many people from Bamberg, good, solid friends. Unfortunately, some of them passed away, but good, solid friends. So to be friends with someone after 30 years. I don't know that scandal. What is it? I mean, from reading that name, and kind of, is that a real name? What am I missing, Gary? You got to explain it now. Now I feel dumb. Hooray! Okay, okay. Now I got it. I was like, I have to be pronouncing the name wrong. Yes, yeah. I know what that is. I know what fellatio is, but I was thinking I was pronouncing it wrong. That it was just my perverted mind turning it into that. Yes, we're on board. Since living was talking about Spanish, I had to take Spanish in college because under the curriculum, they told me to be a teacher in Texas, it's required to take Spanish. It's not required. They recommend it, but it's not required. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. It's not required, but they recommend it. It's really not a bad idea. But anyways, we were having to give our email address in Spanish, and the girl that sits next to me, her name was Heather. I'll never forget her name because she was dumb, like stereotypical TV blonde dumb. Like there was a guy, we were at the swim bar one time, and it was one of those American guys that treat the Germans like shit. He saw this hot girl and asked me what was something cool to say to her. And I said, go up to her and say this. It means I'm single and I'm looking. He goes, okay. I said, go up to her and say, ich bin schwule. He did, and she just went, okay, and walked away. And then I told him what he said. Or is it schwul? I haven't used that term in a long time. I would think if well, I guess if I was asking the guy in the ice cream store for one, then he might be a little upset. Yeah, Schwul. Okay. I don't know why I added the A on the end. Schwul. It's Schwul, yes. Well, once I told him why he said he was a little pissed, but what do I care? Man, it's been a long time. I was actually teaching my kids, well, my daughter mostly German when she was little. She took German, got an A, but she didn't really get way into it. Oh, I started to say about the email address. So instead of saying punt, she said punta. And we were all laughing, and the teacher kept trying to gently get her to stop saying that. Oh, yeah, I know. I know they are. But why would you walk up to a girl and tell her that? That was her only response. She didn't say ooh. She just went okay and walked off. Even back then in the 80s, it didn't seem to be a big deal. Ah. On Facebook, I belong to a Bamberg community, like pictures, people posting pictures of Bamberg, and every now and then somebody will send me a friend request. They're from Bamberg, I always accept it. Why did everybody stop talking? We're not frozen. There we are. Um, Dude, I'm not even gonna watch the Super Bowl. Oh, you weren't here. We were talking about right off the bat that came up earlier. I am not watching the Super Bowl. I already know who's going to win. It's kind of pointless to watch if you know who's going to win. Um, a golf game. Woo! That's a good commercial. But Mike, I already know the Chiefs are going to win. I mean, they've gotten so many calls. Plus, it'll be the three-peat. Plus, they've started the rumor again that Kelsey's going to propose to Tay Tay. So I'm sure they'll win. He'll propose in the end zone. Big fairy tale. Whoa! But the Chiefs are not that good. They are not good enough to three-peat. Dude, I don't know what the odds are, but the three-peat, there's just so much money that's going to be involved in that. There and when you actually watch the games and see how many bad calls went in favor of the Chiefs to get them to the Super Bowl, I guarantee they're going to win. So, yeah, I'm not even going to watch the game, Mike. I might hola. I might flip over to watch the halftime show, but I am not going to watch the game. I just can't bring myself to do it. Yeah, because that's all they've been carrying on. The three-peat is a dynasty. No one's ever done it. I mean, Green Bay did it before it was actually Super Bowl, but uh uh I believe it is scripted. And there was Gary, there was a mafia guy who came out about that a couple of years ago that said a quarterback had ran up a big debt with him and he couldn't pay. And he said, well, I can't just let you go. He said, well, what can I do? I can't remember if he said the first 3 or 5 passes you throw goes into the hands of the defender. You throw those interceptions, and we'll call it even. But I mean, you watch some of the bad calls. Hey, Purple, it has been forever. What's up? Um, wow. I can't even remember the last time you were here. I hope you were doing well. Hey, Keith. Precious. Well, thank you. I appreciate you dropping in. I hope you have a great day. You really got to stay when you can talk some more sometime. But it's always good to see you. um, uh, uh, who is it? I don't know who the surprise guest is. Kendrick Lamar. I think it's Kendrick Lamar is doing the halftime show. That's a female living. It's not a dude. It's a female. Yeah. I think that's actually her name. I actually know a few people named Precious. Oh, did I tell y'all? Oh, I would love Ozzy Osbourne here a while back, but I love Ozzy. I know we're going to lose him soon, but it's so sad to see him up there now. Well, living, I make name tags for one of the largest banking companies in the state of Texas, or banking systems. I see Precious all the time. Precious is a real name. I know a female named Kitten. I just made a name tag. This is not a joke. Matter of fact, I can show you because I took a picture of it. I just made a name tag for someone named Princess Monocle Lemon. It's a real name, real person. I made a name tag for a guy named Baby Boy. Our guide on bearer when I was in basic training, his name was legal name, not a nickname. Legal name was Little Willie Robinson. There are some parents who do not love their children. Some janky ass names, but I get Precious. That's a good name. Yes. Yeah, I saw that ad, Gary. I mean, that's a hell of a lineup. But yes, I saw that they're going to do that. That's Ozzy's last show. But man, he looks so frail. I know a person, their last name is McNutt. I know a William Williams. I know a I know nationally know some Robert Roberts. I know a guy named Harlan Scarlin. Yeah. Oh, and the ultimate I've talked about here before, and it's a real name. I've done it more than once. I know 2 school teachers that have had students with a name, ABCDE. It's pronounced Absidy. How sorry do you have to be to name your kid that? I think their name was the other. Yes. Yeah. I couldn't believe we messaged the bank to verify that that name was not a misprint. And when I posted it on Facebook, my friend said, I had two friends that were school teachers said, nope, they have had students in their class with that name. I get a lot of kings, a lot of princesses, a lot of heavens. Uh, um, I thought baby boy is kind of messed up. I almost used the F word. Shathid, which is spelt Shithhead. That's just wrong. Oh, I did a name tag today. I did not take a picture of it. Yes, that is a terrible name. Oh, I guess I should look and see if I lost my monetization yet. I have been a little vocal today. Um, oh, and it hasn't told me yet. It'll tell me afterwards, though. I'll get that nice little note saying, no, 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 Bob. You said that too many times, even though we told you you could say it. I didn't drop any F-bombs. That's what I'm not allowed to say. But I did insult Robert Plant, so I might as well just count on having limited. But yes, that's a terrible name. The name that I did today, I think it was missing vowels. Yeah, that's what they're doing, Gary. They're like, he's going to screw up sooner or later. He's trying so hard. Look at him. There was one time I slipped and dropped an F-bomb and got away with it. That's been a while. But that name had, I think it was Citllnl, something like that. Oh, you don't have to worry. They pay attention because as soon as I end the live stream, I get the notification. Actually, I think one time I talked about them taking it away too much, and they dinged me up for it. I think I did insult him, but they didn't take it away last week. Last week I was golden. Let's see. Let me pull it up here. I have 17 notifications. One of them could be, we hate you. Let's see. Nope, I'm still doing good. I'm live and nationwide. Uh, I know I can't pronounce the word. I think there is a longer word than that, Gary. I'd have to Google it, which I can do while we're live. Google longest word without a vowel. Okay. Are you ready? Let me see if I can copy it so I can paste it in here because I know I can't say that. This is the longest word in the English language without a vowel. But technically, it's sometimes. That's the longest word without a vowel. But sometimes why? So there's 3 potential vowels. So that's the word that Google says at 12 letters. It's the longest word without a vowel. All right, we're learning stuff now, baby. How about that? YouTube being educational today as well. Look at me. Hey, if y'all have not checked out the band, I don't know. It does sound that way, Mike, but it says it just says in the English language, but both of those speak English. Meaning, okay, here we go. It is an alternative spelling to the word twilinge, which means twinling or twin. It was once the longest word in the Oxford Dictionary without a vowel, but is now obsolete. So, Google, you're not as smart as you thought you are, because now the word's obsolete, so we cannot use that. So, that used to be. I just pronounced it. You can Google it. That's how I got it. Yeah, twindlings. I can pronounce it. Ha ha ha. Yeah, makes sense. And like, we don't need all those extra letters. Get rid of that. It's a twin. Oh, I know. I was just being silly, messing with you back. Yep, learn something new every day. That's what I try to do. That's like I learned from living. We spell turkey wrong. Oh, you ain't got to be sure, Purple. If you think you've offended me, ask. But I don't take any of this serious. There's a few people that come in here that rub me the wrong way from time to time. But I just found out that we spell turkey wrong because living is from Turkey, and he told me the correct spelling. I feel kind of bad. Man, my stomach, my ab workout yesterday actually made my stomach muscles hurt. Yes. See, I told him it's probably only America that does it wrong, but yes, the way Mike just spelled it right there, Gary. That's the correct way to spell turkey. See? Rest of the world knows it's just us damn Americans. So the whole rest of the world that watches my videos, they're like, this guy. Oh, y'all do it too? Okay. So it's not just us. So, okay. So the rest of the world except the UK hears me and they go, this guy, he doesn't like Robert Plant. Hey, you know Robert Plant lives about 60 miles south of me? He said he's traveled all over and thought that this was the best place to be. Yeah, Mike, in the 80s when we were there, they were only giving them 2-year work visas. But yeah, I knew quite a few when we lived there. I don't have anything against him. It's just the guy at the ice cream store. There's actually almost no one that I can't get along with or that I don't like. I always find it weird, like when Jews or Russians come into my live streams. It hasn't happened in a while. Or when they comment and I respond to them, or we have some sort of interaction, that they're always surprised that I'm nice to them. I don't understand that. Well, I mean, I guess I do, but I'm not one of those people. Well, that's true, Mom. My mom said that we didn't know Germany was Deutschland until we landed there in Frankfurt. But He has not, but he may have heard what I've said about him. That could have something to do with it. Not the fact that he's famous and rich and couldn't give two shits less what I think. But yeah, he lives down in Austin. He said he traveled all over, and Austin seemed like the best place to be. I would be surprised though. If I ran into him, he was like, "You're that Bob Sixx guy. I've heard what you said about me." And then we'll just laugh. I'll pull his wig off, throw it out into the street, see if he laughs even harder. Yeah. Yeah. Or what if he didn't recognize me and he start have you ever had somebody do that? Start talking shit about you, not realize that you were you? There was a guy at work, his name was Calvin. When he first tried to transfer into the department that I was in, a guy named Raymond got the position. Calvin was talking shit to Raymond about Raymond. And then Raymond turned down the job and Calvin got it and he was telling us the story. And we were like, that's the Raymond that had the job. But yeah, that'd be funny if I ran into Robert Plant. He was talking shit on me. I don't think I would tell him. I think I would just laugh. Yeah, I don't like that guy either. Gets on my nerves. Being all cocky and shit. And did you know he doesn't like Led Zeppelin? I don't. Oh, wait, there went my money because I actually said it out loud. What are you doing? Living, Googling how to say hello in different languages? Ah. Teste de merda is a good thing to say in Italian. Tete de merde is how you say it in French. Scheißkopf is how you say it in German. Shathid is how you say it in English. Literally the way I am with people. Like, who says Poe? I thought Poe meant love or something like that. Oh, don't say that. I don't want to look like Juice WRLD when I laugh. But when it comes to people, as long as we all get along, I'm good. I don't care what nationality they are, what their orientation is, or preference. Just be good to each other. That's all I care about. If you're cool to me, I'll be cool back. Oh, I didn't tell you my inspiration for learning to speak German, not just because we were in the country, but what motivated me to learn it quicker. When we lived in Troisdorf, um, the American kid that spoke German, why would I want to be Juice WRLD? I love being me. Um, but the American kid who spoke perfect German moved. The German kid that spoke perfect English, his name was Mickey. I will never forget him. His dad was like the head of the PX system or something, so he's a rich, spoiled ass kid. I didn't like to play with him. Mickey, hola, mi amigo, ¿cómo está? What is that? Is that like Donner's Pass? You got to tell me what that is. I can't agree to eat something I don't know what it is. I'd hate to say, oh, yeah, and then you go, oh, I'm first in line. Eat mine. Comb over your what? What? I ain't got no comb over. I cut my hair today. What's he talking about, Kai? I cut my hair short enough I can't do a comb over. Uh, oh, I get that, Mike. As long as it's delicious. Well, and not what I was suggesting. Oh, good idea. Uh, I've had to explain that to, oh, I can tell you the Spanish version of what I'm about to tell you. I've had to explain that to people here that jokes in other languages don't always translate into English well. Like one time, me and Mr. Savoy got into insulting each other. And if you translate it to English, it's not as funny. Uh, I told you there was a rumor at work that I speak Spanish. The guy who trained me when I first got hired is a Mexican guy. He refused to believe that I don't. Oh, I got to use my phone. Um, he refused to believe that I didn't speak Spanish. So one day he came up to tell me a joke, and he said, "But I got to tell it in Spanish." I was like, "Dude, I don't speak Spanish." He goes, "But it's not funny in English." I said, "It's not gonna be funny in Spanish. I don't effing speak Spanish." Well, look at there. Gary even knows what it is. That kind of makes me feel bad. Well, y'all are saying Donner. Huh. All right. That is perfect. Well, hey, Pancake, what's up, buddy? Yes. Hey, Pancake, have you noticed that you've got people calling me Dave? You're the only person I respond to with Dave because that's our thing. But you've got people that will see our conversations in the comments section and they'll call me Dave, and I don't even bother responding to them. Yeah, but I can't eat that, guys. It looks delicious, but I don't eat meat, so I can't eat that. Aw, thanks, Pancake. I love you too, buddy. Wow, man. Ingredients: lamb, beef, chicken, or rarely pork. From the Ottoman Empire. Wow, that's dope. And in German, it literally means rotating roast. Yeah, but it says I don't eat meat. That can't work. He was having kind of an off week, Gary. He did kind of seem like he was trolling me. Hey, Kai, it was great seeing you, brother. I appreciate it anytime you're around, man. Uh, I promise you will be the first person to know. Gerald will be the second, but you will be the first to know when we make it. Take care, buddy. Hope to see you again soon. Peace. You know, I wouldn't lie to you. Can't do that. Ugh. All right, got my monitor back up. Man, I want to get back to Germany. I love, and you know, it's weird. As much as I love Germany, as a kid, I didn't appreciate it as much as I do now, especially with me being a history nerd. I saw some cool castles and stuff, some great historical stuff, but as a teenager, I didn't appreciate it as much as I do now as an adult. So I want to go back as an adult because there's things that I grew up doing, like here in the States. When I go to them now, they're totally different than when I was a kid. So, oh, that was probably cool. I lived there from 13 years old to 16 years old. And since I've been this tall since I was 14, life was good. Oh, I just missed something. What do you mean, purple? Oh, don't be in a hurry to do that. I heard it's not as fun as some people make it out to be. Purple, what do you mean? How do I not get put in social media jail? I'm very cautious. I know what I can get away with, but what do you mean? Is there something in particular that the school, everything about the school is better. I actually almost went to German school, but they said even though German school is better, if I went to German school when I transferred back to American school, the credits didn't transfer. So I would have to, it would be as if I didn't go to school. But Purple, I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about with my social media stuff, how I don't wind up in jail. I wound up in jail and social media jails enough to figure out what I can and can't do. And since I'm paid on Facebook and Instagram, I got more cautious because I don't want my pay to get messed up. I just started getting paid again on Instagram. Yeah, it's pretty close. There's things that I don't post uh, because uh, I know not to post them because I don't want to affect my money. I'm fixing to let you know there. Aw, yes, I can read that. It says, Daze, I love you, Grandpa. Ugh. We were just talking about that today. I've had older friends that were my age that hated being called grandpa. I don't give a shit. Well, thanks for the like, man. Because you know, YouTube does look at that, and I do get little messages. People just aren't quite liking you, Bob. How Gary gets sometimes they just don't actually I think they don't like Gary, but sometimes he posts stuff and they hide his comments. They automatically remove it. I don't even get to see it. Um but yeah, Purple, what social medias are you following me on? But Instagram just start it was weird. They had told me that they started paying me again, and then about 3 or 4 weeks later they sent me an official letter telling me that they were what? Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know why they do that because I actually checked the boxes. Oh, okay. That's okay. As long as you're checking out my socials, that's good. And if you're on my Facebook, you know, for realsies, I know who you are now. I've been trying to remember the whole time. I was like, I know Purple, but yeah, you're one of the very few that I let on my Facebook. Oh, yeah, I've been shadow banned so many times, it's not even funny. Uh, yeah, I let very few people on my Facebook, so. I do not have Reddit. Uh, shit, I actually have a few I don't even use. Uh, I don't use my Discord. I don't use my Rumble. Uh, what's up, Alex? Well, living, I have no problems with Instagram other than sometimes they censor me or they find a reason to not pay me for something. But I always find it weird. There's a lot of people that are like that. I have people on TikTok that hate that. Uh, Alex, I'm doing great. How you doing, man? Uh, yeah, Mickey, we were talking about that earlier. Uh, I mean, it's cool they're going to do one more, but I really feel bad because I'm sure Ozzy's not going to be around much longer. Yeah, I have a spot. I listen to Spotify. I don't use it. I mean, I have one. I have it, but I don't use it. Uh, Reddit, I just never got into. I don't use Chat GPT. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I would be because I saw Ozzy do that performance at the what was it, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, where he actually had to sit down. Yeah, I don't think I want to see that. Uh, I'm pretty big on not seeing people that you know you're fixing to lose because then that's going to be your last memory of them. I've already seen pictures of Ozzy I don't want to see. Oh, you weren't here, Alex. I'm shooting one, two, three, four. I'm shooting 5 reactions tomorrow. Lil Peep, just in case. Architects, Black Hole. Bill Evans, Peace, Peace. The Weekend, Open Hearts, and the Mafala Progress. So that'll be my 5 reactions that I shoot for tomorrow. Yeah, Mickey, that's about the only way they're going to get anything out of Ozzy. He can't. It's just sad. I don't want to see that. uh, yeah, I wouldn't buy it either. I mean, I know the guys can still play, but I don't want to see it. I don't care, Alex. The worst they'll do is take it down. People always say stuff like that. I've been doing this a long time. If they take it down, they take it down. I don't care. Oh, I bet. Yeah, there's a lot of the guys, but like Y&T, Dave McKenna can still sing. Uh, Mickey Thompson from Jefferson, whatever the hell they call themselves this week, uh, he can still sing. I just saw him singing Jane, and he did it really good. Not like he used to, but I saw a video of him singing Jane. I think it was on a cruise ship or somewhere, but he did really good. Uh, I think. Am I frozen? Because I'm frozen on my monitor. Yes, Willie Nelson looks terrible, but still sings good. What the hell is going on? Oh, absolutely, Gary. I think I would have to fly to England for that. That would be a hell of a show. Uh, the Scorpions, like Def Leppard, they did right. They've tuned down so that, I mean, Def Leppard did it so Joe can still sing. The Scorps did it so that Klaus can still sing. Uh, so there's smart bands that have tuned down so that they don't sound horrible. Like my son has pitch perfect hearing. Well, you'll have to eat it, Gary, because I don't eat meat. So unless I have a plant-based meat version of it, but with 3 to 4 different types of meat in it, probably not. But I'll watch you eat it. Yes, I know. I read the description because y'all told me to look it up. Um, ah, oh, but when my son lived at home, he has pitch perfect hearing, and it would aggravate him because I tuned my guitars down to my voice so that I sound better. I don't sing like I did when I was a teenager naturally. Uh, okay. I like salad. Uh, but he would always come and get on to me. You know you're in the wrong key. I know. I tune my guitar to my voice. Literally tune it to my voice. So just like you would tune guitar strings, I tune it to my voice, and now I tune the rest of the guitar to that. So I think the bands that tune down instead of trying to do what they were doing in the 70s and 80s, that's pretty smart. And I'm really not cool with backing tracks. Now, I will say with like a band that doesn't normally travel with a keyboardist, if they use a keyboard backtrack, I'm okay with that. But vocal backing tracks, I am not cool. Uh, or something. There's certain things that are okay if it's piped in, so to speak, but I don't want the band using backing tracks for their instruments. And I sure don't want the singer just lip syncing. And that's happening more and more, and people keep justifying it. Exactly. Exactly, Mickey. And when I see people trying to justify that, like with what Kiss did, with what they were charging you, no, sir. If you're not actually going to sing, you should not be charging that. And Kiss got busted so many times on that last tour, and then people still trying to justify it. It's almost time for one of us to eat dinner. Who is it? It's me. Man, I have enjoyed today. It started off slow and I was getting worried, but I'm glad y'all showed up. Have any of y'all checked out that band I keep telling you to check out? Oh yeah, there's there tons of bands that only sound good because of studio magic. Exactly. Um, what am I having for dinner? I'm having a plant-based chicken patty with tomato, lettuce, and avocado and guacamole. I know that sounds counterproductive, but um, a carrot, a whole avocado, uh, a Roma tomato, half a bell pepper, some fried okra, some eggplant, and fire roasted Brussels sprouts. And I know that sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's minimal stuff. Start eating vegetables for your whole life and drink coffee all day with some cigarettes. Good luck with that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say something nasty and unhealthy. Sorry, Gary. I'm gonna have a big old sloppy cheeseburger with shit dripping off of it. What vegetables do I dislike? I do not eat hominy. I don't eat beets or radishes. I think that's the only three that I don't eat. I love Brussels sprouts. Love, love Brussels sprouts. Always have. Sorry for the. um, living. If y'all heard how I talk off of here, because what you hear here is nothing. I have literally talked the way I do my entire life. My mother hears all of my language. I promise, whatever you're saying, ain't it? Uh, I can't even imagine eating any of the shit that I used to eat, like cheeseburgers or steak or anything. I'm never tempted to eat any meat ever. Well, uh, so I've gone back to I've been back being a vegetarian about a year now. I've been doing intermittent fasting for almost a year. I'm coming up on 3 years since I quit smoking. Uh, I exercise. I ride 20 to 30 miles 2 to 3 times a week on my stationary bike. Don't be sorry about it. If you were sorry about it, you quit doing it. It's what makes you happy in life. That's what you got to do. Enjoy your life. And if a cigar makes you happy, smoke that cigar. Um, yeah, I always go nice places. Actually, I just watch nerdy videos, so I'm not one of those people that has to watch scenery because I have friends that watch sceneries. You know, they have a video screen. It looks like they're riding places. I don't do that. um, so I just watch nerdy videos. See, I used to think like that, but I don't judge anybody who eats meat. That's just my thing that I do. Uh, I and the way I feel makes it easier. Like I said earlier, I feel like I'm in my late teens, early 20s. I know this don't look like it, but all the rest of this is starting to look like it. I actually weigh less now than I did when I was 27. I was 27 in what was probably the best shape of my life. I weighed 225. I'm currently at 218, which is why I had to back off riding my bike. I was riding my bike more, but I surpassed my goal was 225, and I passed that. So at 218, I don't want to go any lower than that. Oh, that lag has gotten bad. Wow. I'm being punished by YouTube? But yeah, I try not to preach about my health or my way of living, but I am really pleased with where I'm at. All right. I have not gotten any trouble yet. That's cool. I almost accidentally shut this off. That would have been bad. Well, we got 4 minutes, guys. If you have not checked out Ace Monroe, please do. Even if you don't watch my reaction, search Ace Monroe. I know, no F-bombs. I think I'm going to make it through. Hey, that's a good way to look at it, Pancake. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help out those of my friends who are carnivores by me eating less meat. You know, we do that at work when they cook for us. Since I don't eat that stuff, I always give it away to somebody in my department. Why'd you retract your message? Put it back. Don't be afraid, little buddy. You're a pancake. You can say pretty much whatever you want to say. But seriously, if y'all have not checked out Ace Monroe, please, please do. The last 2 singles they put out, you called me Save. I didn't even notice that. But the last 2 singles they put out are If You're Gonna Swing. I love, love, love that song. And they put out a song called Bang Bang. I love that song too. But If You're Gonna Swing is a dope ass song. Yeah, I appreciate that, Pancake. There you go, Gary. That's exactly how you got to look at it, buddy. All right, y'all. I appreciate you so much. Again, please check out Ace Monroe. One of those 2 songs or both, and let me know next week. I did not see that. I see where the previous administration had a whole bunch of them unalived so that we couldn't get eggs. Anyways, I appreciate all of you so much. Ace, ACEMUNROE, as in Edward. So you were close, Gary. You just missed the MON Monroe. MONROE. But please check them out. I did reactions, but if you don't watch my reaction, that's fine. But at least check them out. Yes, Monroe. Yes. I really like these guys. But yes, that's how you spell it. Ace Monroe. But anyways, I appreciate y'all so much. I hope you have a great week. I hope to see you. Ace, Alpha Charlie Echo, not ape. Alpha Charlie Echo. ACE. Hope y'all have a great week. I'll be back next week. Same Bob time, same Bob channel. And again, I appreciate all of you so, so much. Take care, guys. Peace. Yes, bye, Pancake.